Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Fan Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Your favorite podcast is Critical Blast.
Hey, we want to shout out to our sponsors, Daytona Beach Comic Con. If you are a fan of comic books, if you're a fan of comic book conventions, and if you like meeting comic book creators and getting comics and comic-related stuff, then you need to make your plans to attend Daytona Beach Comic Con. This year's show is September 9th and 10th. Silverline will be there, so you should make your plans to be there too. We'll see you there. If you like comics and find yourself in the Orlando, Florida area, doesn't everyone come to Orlando at some point in time to see the House of Mouse? But when you're here, you need to make it a point to visit Coliseum of Comics, especially the one on East Colonial Drive. They carry Silverline comics, even a limited edition Coliseum of Comics version of our comics. So, when you go, be sure to ask for Silverline Comics and tell them we sent you. OCD stands for Orlando Collector Deviants. OCD, Steve and Trish. They're a family of geeks who promote geek things, particularly those around the Orlando, Florida area. They're big supporters of Silverline, and we think you should be supporters of theirs too. Go give them some love. If you are an independent comic book maker and you need to get your independent comics made, you need to look no further than Kablam Digital Printing. They print our books, and they do a bang-up job. They're not only trusted by Silverline, but many, many independent comic book makers. Head on over to kablam.com and see for yourself just how easy it is to have your comic printed by them. And tell them Silverline sent you.
Hi, this is Tim TK, host of That Silverline Show on Tuesday. Join us at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday night as we discuss pop culture and the joys of making comics.
And I'm Scott Wakefield, host of Silverline's Wednesday Wham, where we talk about comic books and all kinds of great storytelling, sometimes with incredible guests. And we want you to join us Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there.
I'm Roland Mann, and I host Silverline's Silver Sunday. Join me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we make mine Silverline.
Oh.
Hi.
Well, hi, Roberta. Well, where's Roland?
How are you, Pete? I do not know.
This is what happens.
It's just us, I suppose.
At least you've got the Kickstarter campaign up there.
Oh,
there he is.
Great. Hi.
I don't know what's
look at
going
it.
on. My
Look at that.
camera. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Okay.
You disappeared
All right.
for a while.
My camera keeps shutting off on me. I'm sitting here and I just hear a little ding, and then it says your camera shut off. And I'm like, why? I haven't touched it. It's like I'm not touching any of these cables or anything connections. So anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Silverline Silver Sunday. Yeah, I put the campaign up there because I'm like, okay, I'm not I'm not there. The two of you are not sure what's going on, so I'm like, I'll put the campaign up there. Maybe they'll start talking about it.
Well, we did.
So
Look,
It
it made goal.
it did. It made goal,
Yes, so
and
great.
it got the
Double.
first stretch goal, and the first stretch goal was 32.50. So all backers will be getting a copy of Wes Loker's. Wes is the creator writer of The Obsoletes, and so everyone will be getting a copy of Wes's Bug Slugger graphic novel. So yay! So there's still another stretch goal at 3,500. There are bookmarks And so we're less than 250 away. So it's still very makeable in 68
In
minutes.
how many
And-
hours?
Oh, 68 minutes. Yeah. So less than an hour. And for those who, I did this, I
If
think
anyone's
last week.
watching, please check it out.
That's right. Because look at this. I like these bookmarks.
Those are cool.
They really are. So here, Tommy's not on here, so I can say this. So the first time I ordered bookmarks, right, I used their template, and this is what they printed, right? Nice little cat and mouse bookmark, right? And so the next time I printed, I set it in. Tommy said, "Oh, that's the wrong size." I'm like, "Okay, well, let me get the new template." And of course, this is what these are. And Tommy, so about 2 years later, Tommy said, "Oh no, we never printed one larger." I'm like, "Dude,
Yeah.
right, here it is." What? He goes, "You just did it wrong." I said, "I think you changed the template and just don't remember it."
I like the first template then.
Yeah, I do too, but shh, we don't.
All right.
I do like the first one.
Maybe he'll bring it back if we push him.
Well, let's hope so. Yeah. So, okay. So look at this. I already got a couple of comments here. Diggs says, "What's up? What's up, Diggs? By the way,
What?
yeah, that's what he says. What's up?
What's up?
Indeed.
Vic says, Buonasera, Silverliners. What's up, Vic? Good to see you here.
Hello?
Where's the man with the feathered mullet? I haven't had I still got the feathers, but I haven't had the mullet in years. I worked hard on those feathers, man, way back in the late 70s and early 80s. I trained my hair to feather. Less than 1 hour. I ain't no mathematician, but an hour is 60 minutes.
This is
Did
what
I
I
say less
understand.
than an hour?
Picky.
I must have said less than an hour. Yeah.
You must have. I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
I meant to say math magician, which is exactly the same thing you said the first time.
I
Vic.
think you said math magician properly.
Yeah, look, math magician. A magician is what he
spelled it
said.
wrong.
Yeah. Wait, but he still spelled it wrong the next time too.
All right.
Wait, but that's how you spell it.
Mathematician. Yes, he's a math magician.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it. Is it
That makes
spelled
sense to
right?
me.
Not.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Vic, I don't do math either. I have calculators for that. Oops, I think I threw this one away at my desk because it didn't work anymore. So yeah, as Roberta said, you guys out there, if you haven't checked out the Kickstarter yet, please go give it a look. We are still chasing the I think they're on here too, so you can kind of get a look at what they might look like.
Show some art.
Here we go. There's Bug Slugger, all right?
Ooh.
So that's what everybody's gonna get. And then here's the two
The bookmarks.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
Those are cool.
yeah.
them.
So yeah. So you guys
Let me
get
see
over
what
there.
they say. What's the funny joke that they're saying? There's word bubbles.
So the obsolete says this is no place to stop. Keep reading.
Oh yeah.
And then the pendulum says if you stop reading here, it could lead to a life of crime, and you don't want that.
No.
So yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, all those are bookmarks. Encourage reading. It encourages late night bouts of reading. So so yeah, we need the bookmarks. All right, so tonight was supposed to be it's trivia night. It was supposed to be Haley running it, but Haley has gotten ill. Don't know exactly what's wrong with her, but she's not feeling
Hope
well.
she's okay.
So I hope so. I hope she's okay.
Get well soon, Haley.
So yes, get well soon. And so I did some really quick searches, and we're still gonna do some trivia. So whoop, I didn't mean to do that, but I found one on all comics. So yeah, so we're gonna do this. Let me see if I can share it again. I don't know why I quit sharing. Yeah, if you can see my office is a mess. I didn't mean for you to see this much of my office. I am packing. Let's see here. Share screen.
It still just looks like a row of boxes.
Well, you can't
Yeah.
see that right there, right? There's boxes over there that I'm actually packing.
Oh, jeez. All right.
I told Pete before we went live. I do have one of those. You can't see it because it's right up here on my. It's right there, right?
Mhm.
I have one of those old traditional filing cabinets. It's a tall 4-drawer filing cabinet. Top of it sits my my tower for my computer and all of our modem, router, all that kind of stuff, right? Also, it looks like this is about to fall. I had this, and my buddy Hank is watching. This is a gift I got for being a groomsman at Hank and Emily's wedding.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's got my initials on there that you can't really see, barely see the letters, but it's got my initials on it. So yeah, this was the thing I got from Hank and Emily's. I was a groomsman in Hank Connaught. For those who don't know, Hank Connaught, who was an editor at DC Comics for a long, long time. Let's see here. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. All right. So here's some. I don't know whether I hope these are not timed, but here's some of the topics that come up. And let me grab a sheet of paper because I have to keep score. So I'm gonna scroll down. You guys see one that you want to do? You yell out, right? So the first one is comics from yesteryear, but this is about an American newspaper comic strips.
Mm-hmm. That could be fun.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll just
Maybe.
jump.
What do you think, Pete? Yes, no, maybe.
World domination.
World domination.
Did you even read American newspaper comic strips?
Which one?
This first one here.
Comic strips, because they came with the papers, but you not being here and all.
Yeah, no, I just read World Domination.
All right.
Okay, that sounds better.
I'm English.
Let's see here. I don't know how to do this, but let's say last 3 plays. In order for coverage, going to say estimated time 3 minutes.
That's
I
short.
don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I click here to join. Next stop, World Domination Tree. In the wonderful world of comics, ruling the world doesn't seem to be too difficult. The following is a list of great villains that had often troubled our leaders and heroes. Your task is to try to slot them, into the universe they best belong. Okay, all right. This will be easy. All right. So here we go. We got DC Comics. You guys see this? We got Marvel Comics, and we have other comics. And here is the list of the bad guys below. This will be pretty easy. I think it will. I hope is the timer going? I don't see a timer going. So I'll grab the first one. Norman Osborn is going to go to Marvel Comics.
Obviously.
Omni-Man?
Omni-Man, DC.
Sure.
Okay. Lex Luthor?
Lex Luthor, DC.
DC. Magneto?
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel.
It might be easy for me. It might be easiest to fill in all the
Do
Marvel.
you know?
What's that?
Well, Galactus is Marvel.
Yeah, Galactus is Marvel. Ra's al Ghul is
Also DC.
The Joker.
Joker's DC.
Deathstroke.
DC.
Why are you
DC.
skipping people? All right.
Sorry, I'm reading ahead. Yell them out if you see them.
Sure.
What about Red
All right,
Skull?
Well, Marvel, obviously.
And Doctor Doom also Marvel.
So the rest of these have to be other comics, I would say.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no. Captain Cold's DC.
No. Violator is Marvel.
But there's no more.
There's no more spaces.
So
No more spaces.
Violator is No. Violator is.
No, you're right. It's not.
It's
I'm
isn't
sorry.
it Spawn?
It's
Spawn,
not.
right?
It's yeah.
Spawn, yeah.
I was thinking, it was ours.
Omni-Man has to come out of DC then. Omni-Man goes in other
Other
comics.
comics.
Shredder.
Captain Cold.
Who's Shredder? I don't
Shredder's
know.
from
Shredder.
Turtles.
Turtles.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Everybody's
Sorry.
Everybody's like, duh, I knew that.
Duh.
Well, we're not going to read all of these things about them, but we just see, look at this. All of them, all check marks.
Dude.
All right. Look at that. Woot, woot. We got 100.
No,
Score is
no.
15 out of 15. Good
How do we
job.
score it?
It
just how fast we all do it?
I don't know.
I'm confused. All right. I see I'm not going to get any work done here. I can't,
Yeah, this might be.
I can't draw and think.
This might be a tough one to do work with. All right, let's.
No, it's okay.
What about comic bad guys? Let's try that. I don't know if they're all like this. Oh shoot! I gotta do this. Okay, here we go. This is better. All right, so
Oh, good. Those are
yeah, they're
better
questions
kinds
here.
of format.
Let me get my paper ready here. All right, so Eric Magnus Lenzer, whose mutant ability.
Yeah. Are we supposed to just yell it out before he finishes the
Sorry.
question?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Please let him read the question and we could fight for it.
Please read on.
Yeah. Ability to control magnetic fields manifested in Nazi concentration camp as his family was murdered. Since then, he has attempted to make the world safe for mutant kind by subjugating the rest of humanity. Yeah, I think we've all got Magneto on that one. Victor, an exchange. Oh, this is another easy. An exchange student from Latveria.
Dude, I can't wait either.
Who really knows?
Dr. Doom. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna read it. Selena Kyle.
Sorry, I did that.
Perhaps you should do quizzes on subjects we don't really know anything about.
Yeah, that's more fun because we're like, or is there a hard version of that?
I don't know. Yeah, because these are all pretty easy. Plus, I want the ones that we can kind of reveal the stories. This one might be interesting. What about first appearances?
Oh, go on then.
I won't do
Try
well,
that.
so
We'll look at it. No, it's not. All right, so we'll try it again.
British comics and their characters. There you go.
Oh,
Pete.
I'll never get
Yeah,
these.
cool.
Pete will get them.
Yeah,
This is
well,
tough.
let's do it so he can answer.
Wait, there's one called the Comics Code, and it says tough. Oh, I didn't see this. All of these over here. There's. All right,
They're
so
average.
World Nation was easier.
Wow.
So let's try the Comics Code before we go down to British.
Okay. I like it.
Ooh. All right, the world's first comic book, Funnies on Parade, was published in 1933. And by 1948, its successors were being blamed for nearly every ill that plagued society. Magazine articles with titles like Horror in the Nursery, Collier's March 1948, argued that the illustrated tales were poisoning youthful minds and inspiring violent crime. Which of these anti-comic measures was not taken in the U.S. in 1948? All right, so the possible answers are this is highlighted just because my cursor's there. The possible answers are several schools organized burning of comic books. The publication of obscene comics was made a federal crime. The sale of certain comic books was banned or restricted in some areas. Some stores selling comic books were boycotted. What do you think? Hyper's here. What's up, Hyper? Hyper says like and subscribe, kids. Thank you, Hyper.
The third one. The sale of certain comic books was banned or restricted in some areas.
That's what do you think, Roberta? That is what
I'm going to say schools organizing burning of comic books sounds.
Okay.
I think I can imagine them doing it, but I'm picturing they didn't.
Yeah, Vic says the sale of obscene comics was a crime. So Vic, that was not an option. It's the publication of obscene comics was a crime.
Oh,
right.
publication. That sounds pretty harsh too.
It does.
That
I'm
sounds like
going to
overkill.
I'm going to say the sale of this is what you said. What? No, you said the stores, schools. Did you, Roberta?
I said the burning.
Burning, and
I said the first one.
And Pete said what?
I said the third one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the third one too. Don't know if that's what it is, but all right. So I don't know. I guess we have
We
to
don't have
finish
the
whole-
answer right away.
No, it looks like we have to submit.
Oh man, I want to know now.
I know.
I am so impatient.
I don't know how to do it any other way.
All right.
So y'all just have to try to remember your answers when it comes time to score. All right, in 1954, after a few years of relative quiet, the debate over comic books intensified. Dr. Frederick Wortham, a respected psychiatrist, released a provocatively titled book, Seduction of the Innocent, the influence of comic books on today's youth. Oh, that was the subtitle. Relying on salacious anecdotes and sensational assumptions to contradict more scientific studies, the book set out to explore the role of comic books in delinquency. Which of these accusations did Wortham make? Ooh. All right, so there are 4 accusations here, and I guess we got to select it. First one says Superman was a fascist and an anti-authority figure. Explicit images were concealed in the shading of many comic book panels. Batman's relationship with Robin was inappropriate, or he made all of these accusations.
I like all of these. So
I'm going to go with all.
Yeah, go with all. Certainly number 3, the Batman's relationship.
That's been said for a long time, I think.
And I know that they concealed images.
All right. So, all right, we'll just have to remember that. The third question. Vic says this site isn't as fun. Vic, find me a site that reveals the answers on one click, so that I can put them up there and we can answer them and one click it. I don't want to spend time Googling it here on live stream. All right, the third question. The U.S. Senate's Subcommittee on Juvenile Delinquency decided to hold public hearings on the comic book menace in April 1954. Bill Gaines, the publisher of Entertaining Comics, which is EC line, testified on April 21st, and one particular part of his testimony inflamed opinion against him. How did Gaines defend one of EC Comics book covers, the depiction of an axe murderer holding up a woman's head? The cover, the possible answers are: the cover showed real life events. The cover was in good taste. The cover was inspired by the Bible. Later in the comic, the woman shown would come back to life.
Well, that's a great idea. I mean, it's a good way out of it. Do you think you did it?
Probably really set people off.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the answer to. The cover was inspired by the Bible. Yeah, Adam. What's up, Adam? Good to see you here. Adam says in good taste, in quotation marks, right? And Vic says in good taste as well. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the Bible though. All right. Number 4, public protest, sensational and accusatory articles and editorials, and increasing government interest in comic books. It's no wonder that publishers nearly all leapt at the chance to burnish their image by signing on to the Comics Code, a set of rules adopted October 1954 by the Comics Code Authority, CCA. Who founded the CCA, which would censor comic books for decades? Before I give the answers, a fun fact, you kids, Roberta might remember this. I don't know.
Okay.
But when I first got to Malibu for the first couple of years, we submitted our comic books to the Comics Code Authority. So as editor, I had to send I sent photocopies, and I
thought it was just to the lawyers. Wow, that's great.
No, it was to the Comics Code. And we got one or two things back that we ended up having to change. They had some weird stuff. I remember one of them was you could show somebody being stabbed, but you couldn't show the exit of it. So you could show, a swashbuckler would stab somebody in the stomach, but you couldn't show the blade coming out the back.
So you couldn't have the side view of it going all the way through, guy with the dripping blood in the back, none of that.
Yes, yeah. So I think that was one of the things that we had to do was get rid of a thing like that. All right, so the possible answers are a subcommittee of the New York City Council, an association of child psychologists, a subdivision of the Federal Department of Health, Education, and Welfare, or an association of comic book publishers.
I would say publishers.
Vic says it's publishers as well.
Comic book publishers.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with comic book publishers. I'm pretty sure that was the correct answer. I'm like 99% sure. 5. Following the Comics Code could be a complicated process. Before publication, every comic book had to be submitted to the censors, who would mark it for changes in its story and art. After a round or two or more, the book was finally awarded with the Comics Code stamp of approval. How many publishers persuaded to go along with this burdensome system? Okay, the potential answers are. Tommy, you should be on here. Tommy says, Roland,
This is Dad.
You look really tired.
Charming.
That's nice, Tommy. Thanks so much. Always there. Always a jab.
So it is, but it's also a jab because we went bike riding this morning, and we went to a place that was literally like this. It was just up and down and up and down. And after a few of those, I'm like, I can make it down, but I can't make it up. So I'm having to hop off my bike and walk up the hill because it was just my legs today. Oh my gosh.
I love that he does that to you. That's so fun.
Yes, but I quote you often, Roberta. We'll be doing something.
Don't break rolling.
Don't break rolling. He'll be taking me on this thing, and I'm like, right? Tommy, you got to remember, Roberta said, "Don't break rolling." He just laughs.
Cool.
Okay, so this is good. How many publishers persuaded to go along with this burdensome system? The possible answers are: the originals of comics were without the seal were burned. Publishers of comics without the seal would be blacklisted by the industry. Or the writers, artists, and publishers of comics without the seal were subject to large fines, or printers, distributors, and newsstand vendors refused to handle comics without the seal. Tommy's still, he's like, funny that Pete looks more awake. Ha ha ha. I think I know the answer to this one too. What do you guys think?
Fourth one.
I like the fourth one, but I always feel like everybody wants money, so fine sounds like the best answer.
All right, so Roberta said the fines. I'm going to say the fourth one as well. Printers, distributors, and newsstand vendors refuse to handle without the seal. Vic says the same. Vic says they refuse to handle without the seal. Okay. Number 6, Vic. I hope you're looking for me a site. It sounds to me like you're not looking and you're answering the question. Number 6, the Comics Code was written to leave little room for argument or independent judgment, giving precisely phrased descriptions of exactly what was forbidden. Looking back on the code more than 50 years after its adoption, many of its prohibitions seemed a bit quaint, especially since they applied to all comic books, not only those marketed to children. Which of the following was not a provision of the 1954 Comics Code? Okay, so this question specifically states the 1954 Comics Code. Now, for those who know a little bit about the Comics Code, it was revised something like 5 times. So I think by the time I got around to having to submit to it, I want to say I was in the final, maybe the 4th, but probably the final instance of the Comic Code. So we're looking for what was not a provision of the 54. So the first one is no comic magazine shall use the word horror or terror in its title. Respected institutions shall never be presented in such a way as to create disrespect for established authority.
That sounds totally like a code.
It does. In every instance, good shall triumph over evil, and the criminal punished for his misdeeds. And romance between the races shall not be depicted.
Oh, surely not.
I'm gonna say the fourth one is probably not spelled out, but I could totally see the terror word being a problem.
Yeah, I think because lots of those titles disappeared, didn't they? Horror,
Yes, they
horror and
did.
terror
Yeah.
titles vanished. Yeah.
And I know that they did that in movies. They wanted good to triumph over evil, and
Yes.
they didn't want
Yeah.
to make it look glorified, like you could do bad things and get away with it. So I say 4.
You're going to say 4? And see, I'm conflicted between the second one and the fourth one. Because the second one is no respected institutions shall never.
Oh, I know they would say a code like that, though, and don't disrespect the cops. Come on. Then you'd have a riot.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna. You taught me into it. All right, I'm gonna romance between the races. Vic says romance between the races it was originally there. Whoever put that in. So, Dave says, "Hey, all, what's up, Dave? Good to see you here." Okay, the next question is, under the leadership of Charles Murphy, a judge in New York municipal courts, the Comics Code Authority demanded strict compliance with their code. Publishers began to fold. Harry A. Chesler, Comics Media, Stan Hall, eventually EC, one of the most prominent publishers throughout the whole affair, folded too. They managed to save only one title, centered on satire and parody, by converting it to magazine format. What was this magazine famed for its popularity among adolescents for its what me worry attitude?
Mad.
Yeah.
I read that when I was a kid. I loved it.
Oh, I have a box over here full of Mad magazines. Yeah, so the other options are Crime Does Not Pay, Panic, and Tales from the Crypt. Pete, you got a alternate?
Mad.
Yeah, Vic says Mad as well.
And it was very satire oriented.
Oh, I loved Mad magazine. Question number 8. Years passed, and the urgency of the anti-comic book crusade was forgotten. The Comics Code creaked as it aged. In 1971, Stanley ran afoul of it when he wrote an anti-drug storyline at the request of the U.S. Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. The Comics Code Authority would not allow him to show drug use at all, even in a cautionary tale. Which superhero was thus pitted against both New York drug lords and the CCA? The options are two of these should just be stricken.
Well,
yeah. So the options are Namor, Namor the Submariner, Batman, Spider-Man, or Wonder Woman.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Dave says, I have those Spider-Man issues.
Yep.
Dave, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they like 98, 99, and 97, 98, 99, something like that? There's 2 of them, I think. I want to say it was 97, 98, or 98, 99. I can't remember.
Were those the ones where Harry became a bit of a drug addict?
Yes.
Yeah,
yep. Dave says, yeah, around there, yeah. A fun fact about this, one of the things, okay, I'm giving away one of the answers. So one of the questions earlier was about the code, and they would not get distribution if they didn't have the code, right? So you had to have the code. So one of the funny things about it is because Spider-Man had the code for nearly 100 issues, the newsstand distributors, they just missed it. They didn't realize it didn't have the code. They're like, oh, look at Spider-Man, and then just shipped it out, right? And it wasn't until later they realized, oh crap, this doesn't have the code on it. We weren't supposed to ship this, right?
So did he do that on purpose, not submit it for the code?
No, he submitted it to the code, but they rejected it.
And they rejected it, and he did it anyway.
He did it anyway.
That rebel.
Yeah. So, but the funny thing is, the funny thing is, generally, okay, so you submit it to the code and you get they give you the approval. That gives you the right to put that stamp on your cover, right? Well, he didn't get approval, and so if you look at those Spider-Man issues, they don't have the stamp of the Comics Code stamp on them, right? That was one of the initial reasons they were more valuable, is because they didn't have the Comics Code stamp, but also because in places they were actually yanked. They're like, oh no, we didn't realize this doesn't have the code on it, and so they yanked them. All right,
Cool. Thank
number
you for the
9.
trivia. It's interesting to know this stuff.
It really is. Yeah, some of this stuff is interesting because I actually have a section on it in my class on the Comics Code. Because a lot of them have no idea what it is. You know, the Comics Code ended in 2011. I hope that's not one of the questions. In 2011, and so a lot of my students have no idea what the code even is. All right, number 9. The Comics Code Authority unsuccessful struggle with Stan Lee led them to update the code slightly toward the end of 1971. Comic book artists could now show some horror monsters if handled in the classic tradition, such as Frankenstein, Dracula, and the other high-caliber literary works. But zombies were insufficiently highbrow to make the cut. So when Marvel Comics superhero Brother Voodoo faced off against legions of the Walking Dead, what were they called? Here are the choices: Zerks, Zuvimbies, Revenants, Romeros.
God, I love revenants as a word, but it's not it.
That's not it. Dave said Spider-Man
Was it
issues
Revenants?
are 96 through 98. Okay.
I don't know. Shall we just
Revenants?
take a blind stab at it?
Actually, I'm not gonna go take a blind stab. I'm gonna select Zuvimbi.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Yeah. I was waiting
Fair
for
enough.
it. Vic says Zerks. Because I remember
All right.
reading that and going, what the heck's a Zuvimbi and why are they spelling it? Because I used to always say they're zombies. Why are they spelling it wrong? I never could figure that out. It's like, why are they spelling it like that? As the decades passed, the influence of the Comics Code Authority began to wane, despite another update in 1989, which is probably the one that I had to use when I was editor. By 2001, Marvel Comics had withdrawn from the CCA and introduced its own rating system. By 2007, Archie Comics was the only major publisher still submitting all of its titles for approval. Which of these was not a reason for the CCA's declining influence? Remember, we're looking for, Vic says, because he's a Marvel
2001?
zombie.
Oh, I know.
The rise of specialty comic shops made newsstand sales less important. The new head of the CCA made racist and sexist comments about comic books. Publishers began producing titles meant for an adult audience, or changing social mores made the one-size-fits-all code seem irrelevant. Okay, we're looking for the reason, the one that was not a reason for the declining influence. Well, specialty shops, I think, were absolutely a reason.
I'd say changing social mores was probably not a reason, because I mean it's
Probably,
a law.
yeah.
They don't care what you think. They're doing what they think is best.
Yeah. What do you think, Pete?
Oh. Specialty stores?
Oh, you think specialty stores?
Oh, I think they did do it.
I think so too.
Sure.
Yeah. Vic says the changing norms. I'm gonna go with this weird one here. I'm gonna say the new head.
I
of the
don't know
CCA.
anything about number 2, so it could just as well be right.
That's all right. So we all answered different.
Let's
ones
do
on
that.
this one. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the bottom, but you go with the second one.
All right. Submit my answers. Let's see what they are here. Okay, well, so the first one about which of these anti-comic measures was not taken. The publication of obscene comics was a federal crime. One of y'all said that. Who said that? Or no, none of us said it, did we?
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
No.
Vic said it. Vic got that right. Good
I
job,
said
Vic.
it sounds a bit harsh, but that didn't mean that I was strongly thinking it didn't happen.
Number 2, we got that one right. He made all of the accusations.
Mm-hmm.
So we all got that one right.
Uh-oh, wrong again.
1. Yeah, wrong again. Let's see here. Oh, the cover was in good taste. One of y'all said that. Or no, we all said the Bible, didn't we?
We did.
Some, I think Vic must have said the cover was in good taste. Wow.
I thought it was just. Oh, people won't be scared of it. It's funny.
Yeah. Vic's like, I said it. Yeah, I gave you credit, Vic. Yeah. All right. So, the public
You're right.
protest. Yeah. So this one was, well, who founded? We all said the comic book publishers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In their best interest, right?
Yes. And then the fifth question was, how are comic publishers persuaded to go along with the burdensome system? I said the printers newsstands refused to handle comic books with without the seal.
I remember I said something else, but it wasn't it.
Yeah, I can't remember. What did you say, Pete? Did you say that as well?
Yeah.
You must have, because you did what you wanted otherwise.
Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. It gives the percentages here. 57% of the players answered this one correctly. All right, the number 6 question was, oh my gosh, this was right. Romances between the races shall not be depicted.
Oh God.
Yep.
Wow. Did we all answer that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we didn't answer that one though.
Well,
Mad.
I said that anyway.
I didn't.
All right, so me and Roberta get that one then. All right, so we all got Mad Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 question is years past. We all answered Spider-Man. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I'm the only one that got zombies, right?
Yeah.
I never read that, so
I remember it. Yeah.
no idea.
And then the last one. Oh my gosh, I got the last one as well. The new head of the CCA made racist. Wow.
Good for you.
Yeah, that one was a
Good
bit
instinct.
of a. That was a bit. Yeah, that was a bit of a stab.
Can you read the answer there? That sounds interesting.
All right, yeah. So it says, as the comic book medium matured, publishers realized that their readers weren't just kids. There was a large market for more sophisticated, fair dealing with more serious themes. Alan Moore's Watchmen series, published by DC Comics in 86 and 87, was one of the first publications to prove this concept. It was also the first graphic novel to win Hugo Award for science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
The Comics Code, designed for protection of children, was too restricted to govern works meant for grown-ups, especially as society's views on moral entertainment loosened. The new comic book specialty stores, removed from newsstand pressures, provided an excellent outlet for the sale of non-code comics. No longer were boxes of them returned to the publisher still wrapped in plastic. More than 50 years after the Comic Code was imposed, it was no longer an effective force. But having kept the comics industry alive throughout difficult times, it left comic books a more accepted medium with more freedom to innovate. Wow.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a good one. Let's see here. So the scores are Roberta 5, Pete 5, Roland 8.
All right.
Vic
Good
says,
job, everyone.
I got 7. Good job, Vic. All right. So Vic says he couldn't find anything with half decent quizzes. Well, I found a new one for you, Roland. Send it to me, Vic. I'm not sure to let you post a link here, so I guess send it to me on Twitter. And it looks like you have. Let me see what this is. All right, so we're gonna pop over and see if we can try this link from Vic. Vic, by the way, for those of you who don't know, Vic is going to be putting together a Malibu quiz for us.
How come I didn't know that? Awesome.
Yep. And because Vic knows stuff about Malibu, he'll say something to me. I'm like, I don't know. That sounds right, but I'm not real sure.
So if he's going to shame us, then
Yeah, I suspect
Awesome.
he is. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to make sure to get all of the former Malibu folks here for this one. All right, here we go. All right, this was what Vic said: 90 plus comic book trivia questions for super fans.
Whoa.
Oh, Vic, I can't. I need to be able.
Oh,
to,
it's
yeah, it's got the answer right there. Well,
yeah.
yeah.
How are you
All
going to
right.
hide that?
Yeah.
Is there a radio button to press?
No, they're all. I'm just scrolling down, and all the answers are right there. You know,
Do you want to read it to us then? How about that? You could do that. Don't share your screen and read it.
Sorry, my camera's not working again. I don't have any idea what's going on. I'm not touching anything.
Yeah.
But
Camera loss.
yeah, I must have a bad connection here. Let's see. I'm gonna click through a couple of these. I don't want to go to Sticker Mule. Trivia and quizzes. All right, let me see. Let me just look at one of these. Trivia. I apologize for not being prepared, but again, this was supposed to be Haley's night, so
It was still fun.
no, yeah, it is. That's another one of those like that. I can't do that. Lee site.
I'm just saying you could read them. That would totally work. And you just have to take yourself out of it.
Yeah, I'll just keep myself out of it. All right, I'll do that. Did y'all see any of those? The first ones? Some of these are going to be.
I wasn't really watching it.
Okay, good.
And my work.
All right. All right. So this is going to be round 2. It's going to be Roberta against Pete.
Oh,
What?
no.
Drum roll.
Nice.
Let's see here. What year? Okay, this is not. These are just questions. There's no multiple choice for you.
Oh no. Okay.
So
fill in the blank, huh?
Yes. What year was the first modern comic book printed?
What does modern comic book mean?
That's the way it's worded. What year was the first?
1938.
Yeah,
So Pete says 1938. That's a good guess, I think.
I'd say 1935.
1935. Okay, those are both good guesses, but this says 1933.
So do I win a little bit?
Both very, very close.
I was wrong. What was printed in 1933?
He's gone again.
It doesn't say.
He doesn't know the answer to the question, so he just bailed out.
Oh, lucky him. He could just jump on and off. We have to stay there. Hold down the fort.
It's actually very frustrating.
I know. Give me a hard time.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why this is going on. It may be my little connector wire. I have one of those USB extender cables. So it's plugged into the back of my computer.
The cable's loose? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know. It shouldn't be loose because I tightened everything up before the show because this happened when I was talking to Pete, and so it may just be a bad cable. I don't know.
How about internet connection?
I don't think
strong?
it's the internet. I don't know. I hope it's not the internet. Okay, here we go. You guys can get this one. The Human Torch was one of the first characters from which comic imprint?
So, Fantastic
The Invaders.
And the imprint, I think, is going to... Okay, so the question is where... I'm going to change the question to which comic publisher?
Oh, Marvel.
Oh. I guess it has to be.
Timely.
I don't think there was anything before
Timely,
that
David Rios, Timely.
that it was in.
Yeah. Timely is correct, but I would accept Marvel as well. This one actually does. The answer does say Marvel, but we know it. Marvel was timely.
Right.
I would not have got this next one here. Let me actually. You both got a point for that. Peter Parker lives in a cruddy apartment on what street in New York City?
Wow.
That's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did not pay attention to that. I'm so sorry.
I would
I don't know
not.
that.
Really can't.
I don't know that I ever knew this, and I was an avid Spider-Man reader.
He just walks down the street. I don't think about
Right. I mean, we know where he works. We know,
Mhm. That's not the question.
The answer here says Christie Street.
If you say so.
But yeah,
I still don't even think it was ever said often.
Yeah. Dave says, I don't know. I just remember the Skylight entrance. I remember that too. Yeah. Phantasmagorical said Elm Street.
Elm Street.
Yeah.
I like that.
Madness says, what's up, Pops? Says, don't be doxing Peter. He meant Peter Parker.
I don't feel bad about not knowing that. That was
I don't
really,
either.
really
I think,
obscure.
Yeah. All right, this is a good one. In which comic did Wonder Woman make her first appearance?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see.
This is a good one.
Is it Wonder Woman?
So, did she have her own book first? I don't think so.
I bet she probably did.
I don't know where she started.
Sensational Comics.
That's a good guess.
That is a good guess. I didn't guess it, but
guess.
it sounds correct, doesn't it?
So this says the answer here is listed as All Star Comics.
All-Star.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I want to say, if I am correct, I want to say it was All Star issue number 8, but I don't know that for sure.
All right, nerd.
Long time ago.
All right, you guys should both get this one. Superman is the most famous DC Comics character. I guess we can make
that's a big shout.
Yeah, I guess What is his real name?
Oh God, really?
Kal-El.
Oh, are you going there? Yeah, Kal-El is his real name, but I don't think that's what they wanted to say.
What do they want?
They want Clark Kent, don't they?
They want Clark Kent. Yeah.
Okay, you both get it. Kal-El.
So which one? Which one were they asking for?
Well, it's the answer says Kal-El, but he goes by Clark Kent. So both of them work.
Yeah. Well, we know that.
Dave says
It's
Kal-El.
not a hard question.
All right, this is an easy one. Ooh, the next one's hard though. Who wrote the original Spider-Man comics?
So, is that a trick question?
It is not a trick question, no.
Stanley.
I mean, it is not Stanley.
What did you say, Roberta?
I said it is not Stanley. Oh, sorry. I thought you said Superman.
No, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Stanley, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, Stanley.
I
For
was
sure.
like, wait a minute, Roberta, what?
Absolutely. No, I thought you said Superman. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was the last question. All right, this one's going to be really, really, really tough. I would not have answered this one. Oh, but it gives us an answer to our earlier question. Well, our earlier question was, oh crap, I can't give you the answer.
Don't give it away. Just ask the question.
I know. So here's the question: Famous Funnies is considered the first true comic book. Who published this landmark series?
Oh, that's old too. Darn it.
Archie.
It is old.
I mean, I had one.
Yeah, lots of people got Kal-El here. Adam got it. Dave got it. Phantasmagorical got it.
I really have no idea. I'm sorry.
Any guesses, Pete?
Archie,
that's a good guess. This is Eastern Color Printing in 1933. So we didn't know what was first printed, what was first published, right? Now we know it was Famous Funnies because that was the question from earlier. Easter. I've never heard of Eastern Color Printing.
I don't know who Eastern Color is.
I don't either.
I
And it's
wonder what
called
else they
printing
did.
and not publishing. So that's weird.
'Cause-
All right, let's see. This is a good one. When did now here's my I'm going to ask a question, and then while you guys are thinking about it, because I don't think you'll get it, I wouldn't have got it. I'm going to nitpick the question. So the question is, when did Comic Con start?
Oh.
Now here's my problem with the question. They have worded this as if there is only one Comic Con. Now we know,
which city?
They're talking about San Diego Comic Con, but San Diego Comic Con was not just called Comic Con. It was called San Diego Comic Con. There's Comic Cons all over the place, right? So that's my nits to pick about the question.
Yeah, that is kind of a relevant question, what it's actually called.
So
it was just meetups at the beginning.
Yes. Well, and
right,
I think there's some debates about what the first Comic Con was, because I want to say there's pictures of Comic Cons from the late 1960s. I think who was it? David Michelini.
I thought it was the 70s, really, even the 60s. That's cool.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I have to go look on David Michelini's site again, but I think David Michelini wore costume. Mike Zeck wore costumes, and this would have been in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a tough question. There is an answer here. Of course, I'm going to assume they mean San Diego Comic Con, but I don't know that for sure. You guys got a guess?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
this has a very specific. It has a calendar, a month,
like
and a number, and a year. I'll say you guys get it right with the year.
83.
83. Peter says 83.
I mean, I can't say I'm too far off of that. I mean, feel like it might be even a little bit later than that to actually have called it Comic-Con. I don't know. All right, I'm going to say 85.
85, okay. This says March 21st, 1970.
And that's what they call the Comic-Con in San Diego.
Comic-Con. And I've got to assume they're talking about San Diego Comic-Con. Vic says there have been Comic-Cons in church basements since the 80s. Yeah, I think comic conventions have been going on since the late 60s.
So, like, who coined that phrase, Comic-Con?
I'm going to assume that might have been San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that for sure. Oh, this is a good question here. Who was Elvis Presley's favorite superhero?
Sorry. No idea.
Captain
Did
America.
he sing about it?
I don't know that he sang about it. Dave went to the wiki for us here. San Diego Comic-Con International is a comic book convention and nonprofit multi-genre entertainment event held annually in San Diego since 1970.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
he's not wrong.
But I think there were conventions held in New York hotels.
I know they were. Yeah.
Yeah, before that, I think.
Yeah, they had just meetups.
Yeah. Madness says Elvis Presley's favorite superhero was Pops Van Zandt.
Yeah, that's nice of him to say.
Vic says Silver Surfer. Did y'all guess? I didn't hear your guesses if you did.
No, I didn't guess.
No.
Who would he like?
You said who, Pete?
I'm going to say
Captain America.
Okay. Roberta?
Superman.
This says Captain Marvel Jr.
Of course it was. Yeah, of course it was.
He would like that.
Let's see here. What comic did Green Lantern first appear in? What comic? It's looking for the title, I guess. What comic did Green Lantern first appear in?
Wow. Okay.
Not sure. Let's see.
Fantastic something.
Fantastic something.
It's got to be pretty early, right?
I would say so, because Green Lantern's been around for a long time. He was created by Mark Nodell.
Yeah, the pre-50s comics, I don't know that much.
Yeah. So what title can you think of from them?
I think he has his own.
You think he has his own? So you say Green Lantern?
I think he has his own.
All right. This the answer says All American Comics.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine.
Vic says something from Quality Comics. All Star. Oh, that was pretty close, Vic.
He's an old guy then.
Yeah, he is.
He's
Yeah, he's from he was from the 40s. Okay, you guys should get this one.
That explains his costume.
I don't like see in the Spider-Man movie. No. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read it, but this is more than from the Spider-Man movie. In the Spider-Man movie, Uncle Ben said something to Peter. Fill in the blanks. With great power comes great
responsibility.
Well, I thought it must also come great responsibility.
It is, yeah.
I'm gonna give you that one, even though you were smart like Pete. For some reason, I just feel you would have got this. These are movie questions here.
What's wrong with the movie question?
Well, I like these comic books. Okay,
you're purist and all. That's fine. That's fine. No,
I have been called that before. Here's a good one.
It's not an insult.
And it's tied up, you guys. You're 4-4. So we're going into my clock says 9:06, and I am tired. So
we were
So we're gonna end on this one. Who said? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
That's
Booster Gold.
Pete says Booster Gold.
It's too easy.
Alberta?
Booster Gold.
Well, who said that?
I think Robin said it to Batman on the off. And then Batman thought, hey, that's quite good. I'm going to get that.
I think Robin said it just before Batman slapped him, right? The meme that goes around everywhere. Robin said
I said that
and,
first.
Yeah, for a last question, it sucks. I don't really know.
Oh,
I've heard it many times. Yeah,
so are you sticking with Booster
I know
Gold?
I've heard.
You have. You'll know it when I tell you. And then you're going to shoot yourself in the foot because you're like, no! Pete, are you sticking with Booster Gold?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
I'm picturing
wait. Are we level at the moment?
You are tied. You are 4-4.
Oh, and
Batman. So, Madness says Barnabas Collins. I don't know. You might be right. No, I don't think you are. That's not his name. Vic says the question. Dave Rios for the answer. It's the Shadow.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Orson Welles. Yeah,
you guys grown.
Yeah. I've heard that. Damn it all.
Y'all's grown was so funny.
Second you said it, I was like, oh yeah.
You're like, I knew that. I told you.
But I didn't know it fast enough.
That's right. And that's why they call them trivia quizzes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's call it a night. What's that? Oh, you guys don't want to end on a tie? All right.
No. No.
All right. Well, I'm going to select them because I'm not going to ask you questions like this one. Which superhero has the magic lasso and bulletproof bracelets? Because
That's
that'll
that.
just
Wonder Woman would do it.
that'll just keep the tie, right? So, ooh, that's a tough one. Let me see. That's a tough one too.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, some of these I'm like, I don't know. Okay, here's a good one. You guys might get here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What color of kryptonite is not harmful to Superman? What color kryptonite
that's good.
not harmful to Superman?
Damn it. I'm gonna have to think about that. I know the green one's out.
Okay.
Green, red.
So there was a white one.
Is it white or blue?
Yeah, white or blue.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, it was. Is it white or blue?
No, that's not good to ask.
That's not how trivia questions work.
I'm going to go.
You stumped
white.
me. I don't know enough
go
about
white.
Superman, I guess.
All right, Pete's going to go white. What are you going to say?
Oh no, is it gold? Is it gold? I'm going to go gold.
If they had a gold, that sounds
so
right.
funny.
Yeah, every color at some point.
We are revealing our Marvel bias here.
I'm sorry, funny. I didn't read enough Superman.
Vic says, Batman, obviously.
I'm gonna say orange.
Orange, okay. And Pete, you're
the
going
only one
with...
I remember.
I'm going gold.
Gold. Pete, you should have stuck with your initial answer. It is white.
I said that.
Ah,
yeah.
Very good.
I said white.
So we're still tied. All right, so you guys. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, it's a good one though.
Is it? Okay.
It is. All right, so for the win, whoever gets this one, where is the time stone hidden in Doctor Strange?
What's it called?
In
the amulet.
In his necklace. What's it called?
Yeah, what's the amulet called?
You are both correct. The Eye of Agamotto.
Oh, Magneto. That's
right. But you're both correct. So we'll keep moving here. Ooh, this might be a good one.
Cool.
The next three are pretty good here. So surely one of these will be a tiebreaker. What species is Loki?
The blue frost giant, right?
Well,
isn't it?
I mean,
isn't that right?
Pete's like,
I don't know.
I didn't know the answer until you said it.
Well, yeah, but or you could go back if you read Earth X, they're all a bunch of aliens who came to Earth and assumed the identity of Norse gods. So you could say actually he's not any of that. He's some weirdo alien. But yeah, okay, yeah, you could go ice giant.
He's a frost giant. He's a frost giant because he's
saying.
Blue and he shows off.
I instantly overthought that question and thought, oh well, actually, in Earth X,
the answer is frost giant.
Frost giant, yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the next one here. What is the real name of Deadpool?
Wade Wilson.
Oh, you got it fast.
You going with that, Roberta?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's right, but it didn't come to mind like that. So
okay.
I'll give it to him. He
break
the tie with that.
All right.
I don't disagree. I just know he got it.
Well, then you would have got it, right?
I would have.
All right. So the next one's a little tougher then. A little tougher than that one. All right. So what type of doctor is Stephen Strange?
Yeah, I can tell you that.
Yep.
You can, okay.
Surgeon.
What?
Neurosurgeon.
Pete?
Brain doctor, yeah.
That was awesome.
Brain doctor. Yeah, he's a neurosurgeon, yeah. Okay, you guys won't get. No, you might get this one. I'm trying to find it. Man, all these are pretty easy. Oh, here's a non-Marvel or DC.
No good.
Question.
Another Violator question?
It's not a Violator question, no. What did Hellboy do when he attempted to look normal?
I can answer that one.
I don't quite understand the question.
Do you know who Hellboy is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what did he do when he attempted to look normal? Pete says he knows the answer.
He tried to get rid of his horns, right?
Pete?
He shaved his horns.
Yeah. All right. Both of
Yeah,
you.
that wasn't.
Yep. This is. I'm not sure this is that way. All right, let me go. All right, this is a good one. I like this. This will should be for the win here. Who was the first superhero ever?
Oh God. So not Wonder Woman, and not Batman.
You're gonna say Batman?
I mean, he's the oldest guy I know.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sure
that's
there's
Superman,
more.
then. Go Superman.
Superman. Okay. Well, neither one of them. It's the Phantom.
The Phantom.
Come on,
you
man.
can't have that.
can't.
He's not Marvel or DC. You're cheating.
I do think that Batman predates Superman by about a year. I think Batman was 38, Superman was 39, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one I don't think either one of you will get. You might though.
All right.
I would say I would never have gotten this. What is the online handle of Bruce Wayne?
Oh, darn. that's pretty obscure. I have to think about it.
Yeah, I didn't even know he had an online handle. I'll just say that.
Well, they showed it. Yeah.
Super Money.
Super Money.
That's cool. I don't know.
No, okay.
I mean, he definitely had. That's a hard one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
It says John Doe 297.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I know.
Who knows?
Okay, this may be a good one. What is the real name of the Scarlet Witch?
I can tell you that.
Oh,
yeah, you could say it first. I know her name, but it's got to come.
I think. Do 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 do.
Wanda
really get
Maximoff.
the Jepper.
It is.
Yeah, Maximoff.
Yeah, Wanda Maximoff. Yeah, Vic got that one.
Yeah, I'm like WandaVision. That doesn't help.
WandaVision, yeah.
That just got stuck in my head. WandaVision.
All right. Yeah.
All right, he got me. I'd say
right.
I'd say that's the win.
All right. Way to go, Pete. Pete emerges the winner tonight. Tommy, if you're still listening.
Thanks for that.
Aw, come on.
So anyway. So all right, well that was fun, guys. Haley, we if you tuned in to watch us while you were sick, we do hope that you get to feeling better. You're not going to get off the hook though, Haley. You're going to have to do the next one. So you'll have to come up with something for us. So the title card for this one, it says Haley picks or Haley runs. So that's not going to be true, but she's going to have to do this some other time. So let's see here. What do you guys got coming up? Anything exciting to tell people?
Nope.
Not
No,
really.
sorry.
Other than I'm coloring the end of Cat and Mouse.
Sweet. Yes.
Almost done.
Yes. That is so. I'm so excited. That one is Pencils are in the books. And Roberta, I didn't have any clue. I got out because I hadn't been to the Dropbox, right? I went to the Dropbox and all these pages showed up. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all these pages. So yeah, we are so close to being done. And for those who are keeping track at home, you got a scoreboard. We will absolutely be. That is the first book that's chosen for the next Kickstarter. Cat and Mouse 4 will be kickstarting in August for sure. So
2.5 pages left to color, and then it will be complete.
Nice.
That's it.
So yeah, and we've already got. I do have another cover coming from Miguel, so we'll have that. We'll have that. But yeah, so that'll be August. I'm looking very forward to that. Fulfillment for Steam Patriots and what's the other one?
Oh yeah, what one to go?
I am tired.
That's okay.
Crap. Steam Patriots and what? Pendulum. Wasn't it? Yeah.
No.
No.
Not together.
Steam Patriots and Beyond the Stars. Okay. Woo.
Oh,
Steam
yes.
Patriots and Beyond the Stars. That has started. You guys should start looking for your books. I don't have the T-shirts yet, so if you selected a T-shirt,
I wanted a T-shirt. I wanted one.
Yeah, well, you're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer then.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the others non-T-shirts are going out. Should go out in the mail tomorrow or Tuesday. We're almost finished packing all those. I don't know that I'll finish packing them tonight. Might finish them. I have to finish them tomorrow. But they should all go out within the next couple of days, except for those of you who this is the most T-shirts we've had on Amy Campaign. We had 14 T-shirts this time. So yeah, that was very, very exciting to see. So you guys are just going to have to wait just a little bit longer. I apologize for that. As far as the one that we have live here, it's down to
it's done, is it?
No, we had a little bit. Oh, it might be. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it sure is. It ended.
So
I didn't.
How we doing?
I didn't get a message. It ended at thank you guys. We have 3272, 218% funded. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you everyone who helped.
So that's fan. I thought we.
That's a lot of participation. I really appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. So so you guys know the plan. I'll send out an update. But generally it takes about a week for Kickstarter to collect your money. I'll send out a survey in about the same time, in about a week. You guys please fill those surveys out and get them back to me so that I'll know what you need and if I need to get anything. This last survey, somebody had something that I don't have copies of, so I've got to order those and get those in. So I'm not talking about the T-shirts. So so thank you all so very much. Pete, you got any shows coming up?
No.
Nope, no shows coming up.
Yet. Sorry.
All right, so Tuesday show, they're going to be talking about stop working, how to get around creative block. Tuesday crew is going to talk about how to get around a creative block. Well, look at that. The Wednesday Whammers are going to have a trivia night. Next week, guys, we are going to be playing with Chat GPT. We're going to just queue it up.
That's fun.
And we're gonna see what all it's capable. You know, this AI stuff is getting to be a big deal. Certainly, I don't know.
It's out of hand, man.
It is. You know, there's that argument could be made. And certainly, you know, we talk about the artwork, but Chat GPT is the writing side of it. So we're just going to, so you guys be thinking about stuff you want to feed into the Chat GPT and see what it comes up with. So, yeah. So we'll have us a fun time next week. I don't have my bracelet. One of you got my back here. Pete, you got my back. Roberta. All right. Good job.
Nope. There you go.
So you guys remember until next time, make mine Silverline. All right. right. Good night, everyone. Where is my end? Where the hell is it? Oh, somebody moved it. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Bill Black. I created FemForce. But you know what? Today, make mine Silverline.